Happy January, everyone! Yep, this is Princess Twilight Sparkle, and with me are Rarity, Pinkie Pie, and Bowtie. And today is Rhino Dynamite's birthday today, and he's requested that we watch a favorite episode of his, Thomas, Percy, and Old Slow Coach. Yeah, one of the only two appearances of my friend, Slow Coach. Old Slow Coach. Yep. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it, shall we? Yes, we shall. Action!
Thomas, Percy, and James were looking at the early morning sky.
Ooh.
Everyone's so much happier when springtime comes, said Thomas. Everyone except Sir Topham Hatt, grumbled James. He seems to be working us harder than ever. I'm tired of these coastal runs. Just wants everything to be ready for the holidays, replied Percy. Anyway, salty air makes me all cheerful in my smoke box. Ah, snorted James. It's the countryside that really gets me fired up. It's the only place to be. And he puffed away to collect his freight cars from the docks.
Oh, Jamesy, but the countryside, I do admit, is really lovely.
Had to take some empty freight cars to the scrap yards. In a siding, they saw an old coach.
Here she is.
She looked very sad.
Oh.
What are you doing here? They called me Old Slow Coach and told me I wasn't useful anymore. Now only the mice ride in me.
Oh.
Well, you may be dusty, but you look in perfect shape.
Yeah.
The manager appeared. Come along. I have freight cars for you to take away. Excuse me, said Percy's driver. Can you tell us about this coach? Old Slow Coach. She's been here for years. She'll be broken up when we find the time.
No!
The engines were dismayed.
No, they can't
We'll try
do
and
that.
help you, said Thomas. But he didn't know how.
They'll find a way to save her. I know they will.
Meanwhile, James was enjoying himself. This is the life, he chortled. He was heading for trouble. One of the fuel cars was leaking. Then, suddenly, it caught fire.
Ah! Oh no!
Oh, help!
Jamesy! Oh dear! Oh.
He reached a siding, and his driver
The
gave
season
the
5
alarm.
episodes were
It's
really
fuel,
dark and
it's
dangerous.
dangerous.
Some of them were. Goodness gracious, that's really dangerous, my
Thomas
poor
and Percy
Jamesy.
approached the junction.
He could have
They
been
saw
burned.
smoke and a guard waving a red flag. Sparks from James's funnel have set the cars ablaze, he called. The fire is under control, but it's quite a mess.
Oh.
You said the countryside got you all fired up, James, said Percy, but I didn't think you meant it in this way. Ha, snorted James. It was the stupid car's fault, not mine.
Oh.
It's safe to proceed now, called a fireman. Thomas and Percy now felt sorry for James.
Well, good, because he could have been hurt or worse. I
It wasn't
agree.
long before they
Yeah,
reached the
me
station.
too. Me three.
Later, as they were having a long drink at the water towers, they suddenly heard a commotion. What's the matter, Thomas asked.
Uh-oh.
It's another fire at the workman's hut, replied
What
Thomas.
is this? National Fire Day? Oh, no. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, goodness.
The fire engines had a big problem. We are completely out of water, cried a fireman.
Oh, no.
We can't use seawater because it clogs our works. You'll just have to let that building burn.
Oh, no, you can't.
Had an idea. Why don't you use the water in our tanks? We've just refilled them.
Smart thinking, Thomas.
The fireman
This would be done
wasted no
again
time.
in Day of the Diesels, remember, Pinkie?
You're
Oh,
very
yeah.
clever engines, chuckled their drivers. Soon the fire was out, but the hut where the workmen lived was destroyed.
Oh,
The men can't sleep
no.
on the beach, said the foreman. What about Old Slow Coach? She would be
Yes.
perfect for the workmen, said
Yes.
Percy. Comfy, too, added Thomas.
Very
Good
comfy.
idea, Percy, said his driver.
That's my Percy
Phoned Sir
Wersey.
Topham Hatt, who agreed. She'll be spick and span by the time you collect her.
Oh, goody.
And she was.
Oh, she
and
looks
very
wonderful.
happy, too.
She sure does, Bowtie.
Thank you enough. I feel splendid.
You look splendid,
The
too.
engines buffered up to her. and she set
Absolutely,
off happily
I
for her
agree.
new home. Everyone agreed there was nothing old or slow about Coach, and she will always be really useful indeed.
Indeed. In fact, I don't think she should be called Old Slow Coach after all. I think she should be called, lovely and, well, let me think about it. What's the proper words for her that will sound quite refined but not repetitive? Beautiful and very, oh, I've got it. How about beautiful yet vintage Coach? Oh, that sounds good enough, Rarity. Yeah, vintage isn't bad, isn't it? Oh, no, absolutely not. Change that. Beautiful and divine Coach. That's better, yeah. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed this, and we hope you enjoyed it as well, Rhino Dynamite. Hope this was enjoyable enough for you on your birthday. Yep. This has been Princess Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, Bowtie, and Pinkie Pie saying goodbye, YouTube fans, and happy birthday once again, Rhino Dynamite. Hope you have an enjoyable one.